Yeah, sure, all of the above. First thing we do is give our employees social media training so they understand the value of the tool and the sensitivity behind it. You as an individual, your LinkedIn profile is yours personally. UPS does not own that. Your Twitter handle is yours personally. UPS doesn't own that. So what we try to do is best equip all of the UPSers to be consistent and to represent themselves and the brand professionally. But then there's some guidelines. Again, social media is just another tool. So the same way where you couldn't give confidential information outside of the organization via paper or telephone, the same wouldn't be permitted via any of the social channels. So those same like corporate governance rules are in play regardless of if you're on social or not. And then we're all integrated. As far as your question with how do we relate with PR and marketing, the Malawi video was founded with the social media channel, but our digital and advertising team created the video asset. And then we posted it back on social and amplified it through paid marketing as well, so they all interact and work together.
I think too, was it a quick story, but it was about, what, 4 or 5 years ago prior to Vincent, we actually are within the communication group, and we had a small group of people that were fielding customer concerns via social media. And we were trying to get the organization to recognize that this was new and it was going to happen pretty quick.
Right.
And now that group does sit in our customer service organization. We had to move it out of comms, and I don't know, what, they got 7, 8 people now?
Yeah,
dedicated to.
Yeah, it's dedicated teams that answer customer complaints, customer inquiries, all of the above via social, through our social media channels. Yes.
We recently had, hello, we recently had a social media training, so now I'm just trying to get it right. So as a big company like yours, obviously saying now the paid for social media works for you. So how does it work for you? Because the other guy told us that if you have to pay for it, then you're not doing social media right.
Okay. Well, we're still trying to get it right as well as many other brands. I think what we starts with having the right content to tell and try to make it compelling. But again, I think the organic reach just doesn't happen by itself. You have to try to plan it with key influencers in your industry that may be excited about something that you're doing, and then that paid reach pushes beyond. Like currently right now, we probably have about 3.5 to 4 million people that organically follow us, but how do we reach the rest of the world that's connected? And again, these channels like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, they're not going to give you free access to all those people anymore the way they used to. So you're going to have to do paid placements to basically push your message.
Which can you give us an example, or me? I don't know if anybody else. Like, what example can you give us of like the push media? Which one of them?
Sure. All right. So just a quick example, and we'll end with this. There's probably about again about 3 million Facebook fans that we have. If I just post something, then I have basically 2% of the people will see it in their feed. But Facebook has almost 1 billion people, that follow there or that have a Facebook account. So if I want to reach all the rest of those folks, I have to create a digital ad and tell Facebook I want to pay to have this reach 500,000 people in this region that could have interest in this message. So you pay for that placement the same way you would a physical billboard. And then if it's shareable and if it's engaging, then those people will amplify that message for you.
Okay, so it's just, what is it, like the draw or something like that?
Yeah, it's still very random in nature of what's really exciting and what people engage with and what they don't. We think, we found a way to touch some of the triggers that people, when they care about the UPS brand, what are they looking for?
Yeah, but to your point, they're all Twitter, Facebook, all trying to monetize.
Right.
Now that they're publicly traded companies, so access to their general database and that is becoming more restrictive unless you pay for that. So
exactly.
You have to have great content, but if you have great content, you do have to invest a little bit to get it pushed out, unless you have that ultimate video that everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
So
right.
Vince creates them.
All
Thank
right.
you, Vincent.
All
I'm
right,
sorry,
Kevin.
Messman left me with